Planet Dolan.
From prejudiced cults to insane incest, we look at 8 of the most unusual and disturbing families. Hello there, my name is Shima and I'll be your feline narrator today, reading out amazing and unbelievable facts while you get nice and cozy. Number 8. After the Civil War, the Bender family opened up a general store and inn, which had all the trappings of your typical family business, except it was run by cold-blooded murderers. There was Mama Bender, Papa Bender, John Jr., and daughter Kate. They lured guests to the humble inn and sat them in the seat of honor, above a trapdoor. Then they would honor their guest by bashing their brains in and slitting their throats. Some of the killings were robberies, but others were just for shits and giggles. But after a town meeting to discuss a bout of disappearances, the Bender family hightailed it out of there. They didn't have the time to clean up before they left, though, so the townsfolk found a literal bloodbath and around 10 bodies in shallow graves. The Benders were never found. Number 7. It all started when a kindergarten teacher decided to go where the real money was. Robbery and murder, the old stab and grab. Inessa wasn't alone, though. She recruited her family. The husband, wife, her adult daughter, and a 13-year-old, all helping out in the grim family trade. The family murdered 30 people over a period of 6 years. Their gruesome collage of the dead included cops and children. But all good things must come to an end, and the unlikely mob got into a shootout with police. Both parents were shot, the husband fatally, so they surrendered. Inessa told police that she was a gangster by nature, not unlike Coolio, except in her gangster's paradise there's eye gouging and a bullet to the face. Number 6. Deemed America's most hated family, the Phelps family make up a large proportion of the infamous Westboro Baptist Church. Until his death in 2014, Patriarch Fred Phelps was the leader of the church. Picketing funerals is their game. They hate the gays, the Jews, the Catholics, the military, the White House, etc. It'd probably be shorter to list who they don't hate. The Old Testament-style God, and, well, that's kind of it, actually. Their kids are dragged along to their protests, and the Westboro propaganda is instilled in them from an early age. When asked why they hate fags, or what the word even means, they get the same confused look as if you'd asked a normal kid about their favorite vegetable. You could try telling these poor kids that God actually hates figs, not fags, but they won't listen. You just can't reason with unreasonable people. Number 5. The Gray family stayed holed up in their compound in the longest standoff in American history. It lasted just shy of 15 years, and all started when cops found plans to blow up a bridge in John Joe's car, along with some high-powered rifles. It's an anarchist picnic in the making. He was charged with 2 felonies and decided to go for the Texan come-and-get-me approach. He and his entire family were holed up in the family ranch for 15 years, with the youngest grandchild even being born there. They're God-fearing, gun-toting folk, and they ain't having none of your hooey. When the charges against him were eventually dropped, the sheriff said it was because John Joe wasn't worth arresting. Ouch, that's gotta hurt that achy-breaky heart. Number 4. The Bunker brothers migrated from Siam and were the original Siamese twins. After a decade of circus work, the brothers bought a farm and married a pair of sisters. For a while, the weird clan lived as one happy family, even sharing one giant bed, as strange as that sounds. After a while, though, the sisters had a major spat and demanded to live in separate houses. The sisters scored joint custody of their husbands, where they would spend 3 days at one house and 3 days at the other. Talk about an awkward sex life. They used to be able to pretend to be having an orgy. Then it was just a couple fooling around with some other guy in the room trying to get some sleep. The brothers ended up having 21 children between them, so they must have been doing something right. Number 3. This S&M couple came to an arrangement that was 50 shades of messed up. In 1977, Cameron and Janice Hooker kidnapped a young woman to keep as their slave. Colleen Stan was held captive by these nutjobs for 7 years, where she spent 23 hours a day in a coffin-type box under the couple's bed. Cameron would use her for his whipping fetishes because his wife decided she wasn't so into it. Could have mentioned that pre-marriage. After a while, Colleen gained their trust and she became their children's nanny. Talk about new age, mother, father, babies, and sex slave. Actually, that's pretty old school. Slavery's been around for a while. Awkward. Anyway, after years of brainwashing about a malevolent organization called The Company, they had Colleen so scared she wouldn't dare defy them. However, the wife had a change of heart about the whole deal and went to the cops. She got a plea deal in return for testifying against her husband, because nothing says, "I faked all my orgasms," like testifying against that jerk in court. Number 2. This sick Fritzl freak you might have heard of. In 2012, it emerged that Fritzl had kept his own daughter imprisoned in his basement for 24 years. He also managed to rape her and fathered 7 children with her. Apparently, the wife had no knowledge of her husband's basement family and assumed her daughter had run off to be in a cult. But I sincerely doubt she thought the sounds coming from her basement for 24 years were just the freaking wind. Fritzl claimed that he found 3 of the children in their backyard, as if the stork decided to drop off some orphans. "Oh, darling, we should keep them, and don't worry that the Rugrats look just like me. All Australians look alike." It was only when one of his incest children had to go to the hospital that the sordid tale came to light. Number 1. The Colt family make the Fritzls look like the Brady Bunch. Discovered in 2013, even the most seasoned cops were disgusted by the brand of grotesque this clan were sporting. The rural compound housed 40 family members, grandparents, parents, and children, all engaging in some kind of incest. All of them! The grandparents were brother and sister, whose children were all in relationships with one another, and their own parents. There were 12 children, and a few were told not to tell outsiders that their grandfather was also their father. The hillbilly incest farm was only discovered when a teacher overheard a girl saying her sister was pregnant, and they didn't know which of her brothers the father was. The close-knit family lived in a shanty compound of tents and sheds without any running water. Not that any type of water would wash that filth away. Incest, a game the whole family can play. Ugh. Thanks for listening to this just plain disturbing countdown. Bye. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think it understands. But if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man.